If you're thinking about starting meditation but your anxiety keeps saying no, this video covers everything you need to know. Welcome, I'm Ananda at Source Sangha, and this is for anyone whose mind won't settle. Let's be honest, anxiety is real. Your nervous system isn't broken, it's just in protection mode. And here's what most beginners get wrong. They think meditation requires a calm mind first. It doesn't. In fact, trying to force calm often makes anxiety worse. The resistance creates tension. What you actually need is the right technique for your particular nervous system. The good news is that monks, mystics, and healers across 4 major traditions, Buddhism, Vedanta, Sufism, and Taoism, discovered this centuries ago. They developed methods specifically for the restless mind. And today, I'll share them with you. The Buddhist method is radical because it doesn't fight anxiety, it befriends it. In Theravada Buddhism, this is called anapanasati, or mindfulness of breathing. Here's how it works. Sit comfortably. Find your natural breath. Don't change it. Now simply count. 1 on the inhale, 2 on the exhale, up to 4. Then restart. That's it. Your anxiety will interrupt. Thoughts will scream. You'll feel restless. And every single time that happens, you just calmly return to 1. You're not suppressing the anxiety. You're training your attention to notice it, then gently redirect. This is not spiritual bypass. You're developing a skill, the ability to hold awareness even when the nervous system is activated. Most people feel a subtle shift in 3 to 4 weeks of 5 minutes daily. Not enlightenment, not bliss, just, you notice the anxious thought, but it doesn't own you anymore. And that's the whole point. Vedanta, the non-dual philosophy of Advaita, offers something different. Instead of training attention, you shift your sense of self. The Vedantic approach says, you are not your anxiety. You are the awareness in which anxiety appears. Think of it this way. Clouds, anxiety, fear, racing thoughts, they come and go. But the sky never changes. You are the sky, not a poetic metaphor, a practical realization. Here's the practice. Sit for 10 minutes. For the first 2 minutes, settle your body. Then, repeat this affirmation silently. I am not this anxiety. I am the awareness witnessing it. Don't believe it yet. Just repeat it. After a few minutes, drop the words and simply rest in the space of aware witness. Notice, you're anxious and you're aware of being anxious simultaneously. 2 things. The anxiety is real, but so is the awareness. And awareness is not disturbed by its contents. This is powerful for chronic anxiety because it decouples your identity from the emotion. The anxiety can rage. You're still the space in which it's happening. Sufism, Islamic mysticism, uses a method called zikr, which means remembrance. Instead of focusing on the breath or observing thoughts, you actively invoke divine presence through sacred words and heartfelt intention. This sounds abstract, but it's highly practical for anxiety. Here's why. When your mind is racing, thinking about your thoughts rarely helps. But when you engage the heart, through rhythm, sound, and meaning, you bypass the anxious thinking loop entirely. Here's a beginner practice. Sit comfortably. Place your hand on your heart. Choose a simple invocation. In Arabic, Ya Salam means, "O peace." You can use any sacred word, peace, shalom, shanti, whatever resonates with you. Now, synchronize it with your breath. Breathe in, Ya. Breathe out, Salam. Continue for 10 minutes. Don't chase feelings. Simply invoke with sincerity. The practice works because it combines 3 things: intention, rhythm, and touch. Together, they activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest response. Most practitioners report emotional relief in 2 to 3 weeks. And unlike analytical meditation, this one doesn't require a settled mind to begin. The Taoist approach is the simplest and often the most powerful for anxious overachievers. It's called Wu Wei, non-action or non-forced action. The paradox is, you can't force peace, so stop trying. The Taoist says, your natural state is already peaceful. Anxiety is what you're doing, not what you are. So stop doing. Here's the practice. Stand comfortably, feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, arms hanging loose, or imagine holding a large beach ball in front of you, elbows soft, no tension. Now do absolutely nothing. No technique, no mantra, no counting, just stand. Just be present to the sensations of your body, the weight of your feet, the temperature of the air, the subtle flow of energy inside you. Start with 5 minutes daily. Build to 15. This is called Zhan Zhuang, or standing like a tree. It sounds deceptively simple because it is. Your body will start to relax in the first week. A subtle shift happens. Your mind catches up in 4 to 6 weeks. The magic is this: when you stop forcing peace, your natural peace emerges. So which practice is for you? Here's the truth. There's no universal answer. But here's what works. Notice your nature. Are you analytical? Do you like structure and counting? Try the Buddhist breath method. Are you heart-centered? Do you respond to emotion and meaning? Try Sufi zikr. Are you a rebel who resists technique? Try Taoist standing meditation. Are you drawn to philosophy and understanding consciousness? Try Vedantic witness practice. Then, this is crucial, commit to one practice for 21 days minimum. Not a week, not until you feel better. 21 days. That's the threshold where your nervous system starts to recalibrate. In 2026, we have access to all these traditions. We don't have to choose one religion or lineage anymore. We can take what works. And what works is what aligns with your temperament and your life. Because here's what I want to remind you, you're not here to escape the world and become a monk, unless that's your calling. You're here as a householder. Family, work, relationships, these are your practice. Meditation serves that life. It makes you more present with your children, more patient with your partner, more creative at work, more compassionate to those who suffer. And one final thing, if your anxiety is severe, if it's interfering with daily function, please also work with a therapist or counselor. These practices are profound, but they're not replacements for professional mental health support. Use them together. Integrate. All four traditions, Buddhism, Vedanta, Sufism, Taoism, they all point to the same truth. Peace is not something you create. It's something you uncover, and you start by sitting down. Today, not tomorrow, now.